What's up everyone? As you can see by the skyline, we are back in Auckland for our first toy hunt of 2026. Heading into the central Auckland warehouse now, and as you can see there's actually nothing Transformers related on this toy aisle at all. Central Auckland in general is pretty dry as far as actual Transformers go, so not too surprising but still disappointing.
While I was recording that, something just dripped on my shoulder. I don't know if you can see that there, but hopefully that was just water.
Quick stop in Pop Stop now to visit our favorite collectible, Labubu's. And to keep it Transformers related, they do have 3-0 Last Night Megs, Bumblebee Movie Soundwave, and Bumblebee Movie Blitzwing. Now this design has grown on me a lot over the years, I'll say that much. And in just a little back alley, I found this display of dolls. I don't know what this was or why they were here, but shout out to Lancy Dolly Picks. I enjoyed seeing them. Jake Sully is my favorite Bratz doll. Finally getting back to the actual Transformers, heading into Vagabond Games and Collectibles now, where they've got a couple of Razor Claws. Didn't see any big convoy, unfortunately. I am interested in him. A couple of G1 Grimlocks as well, and a whole lot of Blocky's Classic Class. Now, I've had the '07 movie Megatron Classic Class for over a year. Still haven't built it. Finally, we find one of the boys I was after today. Here is Quickstrike, an underrated Beast Wars character with a southern accent. I like that. I had no idea what these Lil Max Transformers were, but they reminded me of old school 2000s art vinyl toys. And here's the accessory I would use to combine my Devastator Blockies, if I had them. As much as I hate to pay full price for a Transformer, I did pick up Quickstrike. You guys ever meet anyone who wanted you to take one of these personality tests? It's pretty goofy, I never really understood it. Alright, let's get out of Central Auckland to somewhere that hopefully has more toys. This is the Sylvia Park Farmers. You can see they've got quite a few of Dark of the Moon Wheeljack. He is still shelf warming, seemingly around the world as well. I'm not the only one seeing a bunch of these. Otherwise, Solus Prime, Gamer Edition Ironhide, another shelf warmer. Now I still need Silverbolt to complete my Superion, but Farmer's got a bunch of him and the Constructicon 2-pack around Christmas time. I feel like these guys are eventually going to go on clearance, so I'm going to wait for a pretty good price. Heading over to the Sylvia Park warehouse now, we finally got some new stuff. We've got Amalgamus Prime, kind of an interesting design, doesn't immediately scream Transformer. Wreck-Gar, whose head is pushed in, like most of his buddies here. That's strange because he's in a box. I wouldn't know why his head would be pushed in. And then we've got Brawl, who I was looking for. So pretty good selection here in the new Voyagers, and I'm pretty happy to find this guy. The sheer volume of Devastation Optimus and Transformers 1 Bumblebee this warehouse had was pretty incredible. You do expect to see these guys everywhere, but this was basically a small army of them. Heading into the Mount Wellington Toy World, which recently experienced a break-in, I was ready to break in myself and get to these Blockies. We've got Action Edition Soundwave, got some Galaxy dudes on display. I'm not really too into the Galaxy. I like these little Defender boys, especially this new Jetfire. I really want Jetfire for some reason. I think what surprised me the most, the store actually had some of the shelf warmers like Dark of the Moon Wheeljack on clearance, along with Transformers 1B and Devastation Optimus. Transformers 1 Starscream, I'm not sure he's meant to be on clearance, but he was marked as. It must be a New Year's miracle because Red Alert is finally on clearance and he might actually finally sell. Now EB Games is shutting down here in New Zealand, and by the time I'm doing this video, they've actually gone to 50% and pretty much cleared everything out, including all these Transformers, but I already have these, so I'm not too bothered by that. Quickly stopping in Farmer's Manukau, where you can see they've got a couple of different series of the Galaxy Blockies, a lot of KSI Widow, Devastation Optimus, Onyx Prime, and then some Constructicons. Heading into Toy World Manukau now, which is always well stocked as it is today, but unfortunately nothing too new or exciting for me. This may be new and exciting for you, but it's not for me because I either already have these or I don't want these, so I don't know about you guys, but I find the Nemesis Prime paint job so much more appealing than the Age of Extinction Prime, but I am waiting for a deep sale on this guy. And what would a toy hunt be if we didn't see a bunch of Red Alert and Gamer Edition Ironhide? There is one Skybite hiding back there, that's pretty cool. And our final stop of our Auckland trip is the Manukau warehouse, where they've got Wreck-Gar, they've got Brawl, they've got Amalgamus Prime, and it's just cool to see stuff other than TF1B and Devastation Optimus. And making a quick stop at one of my local warehouse stores back on the way home in Hamilton, I can see it's mostly some of the same old stuff. We've got Slingshot, we've got TF1 Elita 1, a lot of Wheeljack, of course, and then we've got some Mixmaster. Now, Mixmaster hasn't been the easiest for some people to find. Onyx Prime. Down here with the Voyagers, we've got Red Alert and Skybite, so no Thundercracker, unfortunately. I was hoping to end on a big high note, but hey, what can you do? Skybite is pretty cool, even though I haven't bought him.